In 2008, a man in Detroit lost everything: his job, his house, his entire life. The only thing he had left was a 1999 Ford F-150. He bought it for $2,800. He lived in that truck for 8 months. He used it to haul loads for cash. Then he used that cash to rebuild his life from scratch. That truck never died. Now here's the reality. Inflation is quietly draining your bank account. The average new pickup truck costs over $58,000, and 4 out of 10 Americans can't cover a $400 emergency. Because of this, trucks under $5,000 are becoming one of the most valuable survival assets in America. Mechanics have known this for years. They just never told you. Today, I will. But first, answer this. If the economy collapsed tomorrow, do you have enough cash to buy a truck that could save you? Type yes or no in the comments, because your answer will decide whether the #1 truck on this list changes your life. Here is what nobody wants to admit out loud. The American truck market is broken. The average new pickup truck in America now costs $58,000. That is more than the median household income in 32 states. And if you finance that truck over 60 months, you are looking at payments of $800 to $900 every single month. Before insurance, before fuel, before a single repair bill. Meanwhile, according to the Federal Reserve's own data, 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money or selling something. So we have an entire country of people driving $60,000 trucks they cannot actually afford. One transmission failure away from financial disaster. But here is what the mechanics at your local shop already know. There is a window, a price window that almost nobody talks about. Under $5,000, trucks built so simply, so over-engineered for their era, that they just refuse to quit. To make this list, every truck had to meet 4 hard criteria. Purchase price under $5,000. On today's used market, annual maintenance costs below the national average, parts available at any auto parts store in any town in America, and a powertrain with a documented, proven track record past 200,000 miles. 5 trucks made the cut. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, the Ford Ranger, specifically the 4th and 5th generation models from 1998 through 2011, with either the 2.3-liter 4-cylinder or the 4.0-liter V6. Now, the Ranger gets dismissed a lot. People look at it and think small, basic, nothing special. And they are completely right. That is exactly why it is on this list. The 4.0-liter Cologne V6 in the Ranger is one of the most overbuilt engines Ford ever put in a small truck. Ford originally designed that engine for far heavier applications. When you drop it into a vehicle this light, it is never working hard. An engine that is never working hard does not wear out quickly. Simple physics. According to RepairPal, the average annual repair cost for a Ford Ranger sits at $429 per year. For context, the average across all vehicles is $652. That is a 34% savings every single year, just by choosing the right truck. Parts availability is essentially unlimited. The Ranger shared components with the Explorer, the Bronco 2, and multiple Ford commercial vehicles. That means millions of these parts were produced, stockpiled, and are still sitting on shelves at AutoZone and O'Reilly stores across the country right now. You can find a clean Ranger on the used market today for anywhere between $2,500 and $4,500, depending on mileage and condition. And iSeeCars data shows that roughly 19% of Rangers with proper maintenance cross the 200,000-mile mark without major powertrain work. It is not the most exciting truck on this list, but in a crisis, exciting is the last thing you want your truck to be. Number 4. And pay close attention here, because this one is the most underestimated truck in American automotive history. The Chevrolet S10 and its twin, the GMC Sonoma, specifically models from 1994 through 2004, equipped with the 4.3-liter V6. Here is the secret that mechanics have known for 30 years, and almost nobody outside the industry talks about. That 4.3-liter V6 is not a small engine. It is General Motors' legendary 5.7-liter V8. 5.7-liter V8 with 2 cylinders removed. Same block architecture, same internal dimensions, same oiling system, same proven bottom end. General Motors essentially took one of the toughest V8 engines ever built in America, and made it smaller. When you put that kind of DNA, ever built in America, and made it smaller into a compact truck that weighs significantly less than the full-size vehicles, that engine was built alongside. The result is an engine that is dramatically overbuilt for its application. Owners regularly report crossing 250,000 miles on the original engine with nothing more than oil changes and basic maintenance. Here is the number that really tells the story. Because the S10 shares so many components with larger GM trucks and commercial vehicles, 38 to 42% less. A water pump, a starter, an alternator, a starter, all of it priced for fleet applications, not retail markup, or Sonoma today for somewhere between. You can buy a clean S10, $1,500 and $3,500. $500. That is not a typo. And for that money, you are getting an engine that was essentially designed to outlast the truck around it. Truck number 3. Toyota Tacoma, 1995 to 2004. And this is the one that nobody ever sells. The first generation Toyota Tacoma, covering 1995 through 2004, with either the 2.7-liter 4-cylinder or the 3.4-liter V6. Here is the most revealing data point about this truck. According to iSeeCars, the Toyota Tacoma is the most frequently kept vehicle in America. 34.7% of Tacoma owners hold on to their truck for more than 10 years. No other pickup truck in America comes close to that number. And when you understand the engineering, the reason becomes obvious. Toyota built the first generation Tacoma with a fully boxed frame, treated with rust inhibitor from the factory, independent double wishbone front suspension, borrowed from the 4Runner, and a 3.4-liter V6 that shares core components with the engine used in the Land Cruiser. This was not a budget truck pretending to be tough. It was a serious off-road and work vehicle that happened to also fit in a normal parking space. Brake jobs average around $150. Timing belt service at 90,000 miles is the single most significant maintenance item, and the parts cost under $200 at any shop. RepairPal data puts average annual repair costs at $478 per year. Now here is the part that will genuinely surprise you. Despite being one of the cheapest trucks you can buy used, the first generation Tacoma holds its value better than almost any vehicle in its price range. A clean example with under 150,000 miles routinely sells for $4,000 to $6,000, which means the truck you bought for $4,000 could sell for nearly the same amount 3 years later. You are not losing money, you are storing it. Number 2. And if you have never heard anyone talk seriously about this truck, that is not an accident. The Dodge Dakota, specifically the second generation from 1997 through 2004, with the 3.9-liter V6 or the 4.7-liter V8. The Dakota is the hidden gem of the American truck market. And the reason mechanics quietly buy these for themselves while never recommending them loudly to customers is simple. Bigger than a compact, smaller than a full-size. And that middle position gives it an advantage that neither category can match. The 4.7-liter V8 option in the Dakota produces 230 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. It can tow up to 6,500 pounds. That is enough to haul a boat, a horse trailer, a loaded utility trailer, or most things a working American actually needs to move. But here is the number that changes the conversation. According to insurance industry data, the average annual insurance cost for a mid-size truck like the Dakota Village runs 23% lower than a comparable full-size truck. Lower profile, lower replacement cost, lower risk category. The Dakota also has a towing and payload capacity that covers 90% of real-world truck use cases in America, which means most people driving a $60,000 full-size pickup are paying a massive premium for capability they use maybe 3 times a year. The Dakota figured this out in 1997. You can find a solid example today for $2,000 to $4,500. And when something eventually does need fixing, it is Chrysler hardware from an era when parts were designed to be replaced by a guy with basic tools in a driveway on a Saturday morning. Truck number 1, Ford F-150, 1997 to 2003. And number 1, nobody is shocked. The Ford F-150, specifically the 10th generation, from 1997 through 2003, or 5.4-liter V8. But stay with me here, because the reason this truck sits at number 1 goes much deeper than you think. And most people get it completely wrong. Everyone says the F-150 is reliable. That is not why it is number 1 on this list. This generation of F-150 was built with a full steel body. In 2015, Ford switched to an aluminum body on the F-150 to save weight and improve fuel economy. Aluminum is lighter, yes, but aluminum body repair requires specialized equipment, specialized training, and significantly higher labor costs. A steel body F-150 from this era can be repaired at virtually any body shop in any town in America. In any town in America. A dent, a rust patch, any shop with basic equipment can handle it. That one difference in materials separates a truck you can maintain anywhere. From a truck that needs a specialist. Now add the numbers. A dent, A rust patch. According to iSeeCars, over 900,000 F-150 trucks from this generation are still registered. From this generation are still registered and actively driven in the United States today. RepairPal puts average annual maintenance costs at $775 per year. Parts are the cheapest and most widely available of any truck ever built in America. Of this F-150 for $3,000 to $5,000 right now. This is not the best truck ever made. It is the most practical truck you can own when the economy stops cooperating. And you need something that works. That you can fix yourself. That every mechanic in your town already knows how to handle. And that will still be running. When everything else around it has quit. Here is the philosophy underneath this entire list. In a real economic crisis, the truck that keeps you moving is not the one with the best towing capacity or the nicest interior. It is the one you can actually afford to fix. Simple engines, steel bodies, parts on every shelf in every town. That combination is worth more than any feature list on a new vehicle window sticker. Now I want to go back to that comment you dropped at the beginning. Do you have enough cash to buy a survival truck tomorrow if you needed to? Read through the replies down there. You might be surprised how many people are thinking the exact same thing right now. If this video gave you something real, hit subscribe. We put out content like this every single week. See you in the next one.